In this video, we'll dive into Coco v. the Queen, 1994, a landmark Australian case that defines the limits of police powers and reaffirms the principle that fundamental rights, like privacy and property, must not be interfered with without clear legislative authority. Coco v. the Queen reached the High Court of Australia after Queensland Police, authorised by a judge, used listening devices on private property to gather evidence against Mr. Coco. However, the authorization did not explicitly permit entry onto the premises, leading to a legal debate. Did the judge's approval cover actions that would otherwise be considered trespass? This case raised several critical questions. Did the Invasion of Privacy Act 1971, Queensland, authorize a judge to permit police entry onto private property simply for installing listening devices? If not, was the approval granted by the judge legally valid? Could the Australian Federal Police Act bypass the need for this approval under state law? The High Court analysed these questions by examining principles of statutory interpretation and common law rights. The justices highlighted a fundamental legal principle: for any law to override basic rights, it must state this explicitly. They ruled that the Invasion of Privacy Act did not give judges the power to authorize trespass merely to install listening devices. Since the legislation didn't contain unambiguous language granting this power, the judge's approval was considered invalid. This decision emphasized the High Court's commitment to protecting individual rights. The court asserted that police actions infringing on rights, like privacy and property, require clear, explicit statutory authority. General or ambiguous language isn't enough to authorize such invasions. This ruling protects citizens by setting a high standard for interpreting laws that affect fundamental freedoms. Coco v. the Queen serves as a reminder that statutory powers must be exercised with respect to fundamental rights. It's a leading case in Australian law on privacy, property rights, and the limits of judicial and police powers. By insisting on explicit legislative language, the court reinforces the value of statutory precision in safeguarding individual freedoms against government overreach. Understanding cases like Coco v. the Queen is essential for law students and professionals alike. This case isn't just about privacy, it's about the legal safeguards that ensure legislative clarity when basic rights are at stake. Thanks for watching, and let's keep exploring the cases that shape our legal landscape.